If you're serious about content creation and video editing, I'm about to share with you the 5 things that will make your product better and your workflow way more efficient. I messed around with a bunch of free editing softwares at the beginning of my editing journey, but absolutely none of them compared to the king, DaVinci Resolve. DaVinci Resolve is a professional level video editing software that has been used to edit Hollywood blockbusters and is famous for its world-class color grading software. In my experience, it's easier to learn, but outperforms other massive editing softwares like Final Cut Pro and Premiere Pro. And those ones you have to pay for. DaVinci Resolve is free. Like anything professional, the software does have a bit of a learning curve if you're coming from something super simple like iMovie, but don't be intimidated because behind all of this super complicated looking software, it will actually be a very easy adjustment. And I think you'll get the hang of it within a couple of hours, really. Like I said, it's totally free, but there is a paid version that comes with a few more advanced features. That said, it's really not necessary for probably about 80 to 90% of creators. The free version is going to be just fine, especially for any beginners. It allows you to export in full 4K resolution, and there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube talking about the software, so you'll have no shortage of ways to learn it. I'm assuming you'll be editing on a laptop because that's what most people start on, but if you're not, then let me know in the comments what you are editing on. I started by editing on this Dell XPS, which is actually a pretty big laptop with a 17-inch screen, but getting an external monitor was an absolute game changer. Most of the time when I'm editing, I'll have multiple windows open. One with my editing software, and then over here I'll have like my script that I'm editing off of, maybe a couple of browser tabs open, one with music, maybe research. All the real estate that I can have is utilized. This is all way too much stuff to have just on one little screen, and I found myself wasting a lot of time flipping back and forth in between different tabs and different windows. Not only did having more screens increase my productivity a lot, it also helped with the neck pain that I got from like looking down at a laptop screen all day. Having a screen that's actually at your head level, or at least similar to it, is a game changer. And your first monitor, it doesn't have to break the bank. There are plenty of good 4K options under or around the $300 mark. And if you've got a really tight budget, you can even go for a 1080p or full HD monitor. Having that extra real estate is just really gonna be worth it. All video editors use music and sound effects in their projects, but finding good music is a mission in and of itself. I mean, most of the free stuff sounds like absolute garbage, but then licensing popular, good music for your projects also can cost an arm and a leg. So what we're looking for is a middle ground. That's where restriction-free licensing services like Epidemic Sound step in. Epidemic Sound is an online library containing over 40,000 songs and 90,000 sound effects, all available for you to use in your projects, totally restriction-free. That means no copyright claims on any of your social media accounts, and if you want to create projects for clients, you can do that too with Epidemic's commercial plan. Their music is made by real artists, so it sounds incredible. And it's really easy to find good music on Epidemic too, because they have every genre under the sun and awesome filter and search tools to make music discovery super easy. They'll even recommend new songs to you right when you log in based on the ones that you've previously downloaded and your YouTube channel theme. I've used Epidemic Sound for years myself. I can't recommend them enough. They're my favorite music licensing platform. And right now, for the next week going forward, you can get 25% off a year's subscription to the platform by using code Joseph25 and going through the link that I have in the description below. Epidemic Sound was the perfect sponsor for this video because I personally put off using a music licensing service for way too long. And trust me, it's totally worth it because having high quality music and sound effects has a massive impact on your video quality. Your viewers will notice, and with the right music and sound effects, you're gonna stand out from all the other beginners out there. To listen to all that music and soundtrack your videos, you're gonna need headphones, specifically over-ear headphones. Headphones are important in general because they allow you to hear things in greater detail and distinguish between stereo and mono sound. Stereo is both sides, mono is just one. Now I prefer over-ear headphones to the in-ear ones, like the AirPod ones, for two main reasons. Number one is comfort. I mean, it's much more comfortable to have nice padded things over your ears. And I've found with the ear pods, they start to hurt after long periods of listening. I don't know if that's just me, but either way, I can't imagine that that's good for your ear. And that brings up reason number 2, which is ear health. Having something stuck in your ear is not only more damaging to your eardrums because you're getting the music pumped directly in without any sort of dispersion through your ear, you're also going to be causing, if you have some pain in that ear, I'm sure that you're causing some damage to the actual cartilage of your ear. I'm not a doctor here, but I'm just imagining these things. And finally, you're gonna have a lot more earwax and dirt build up, and that's just gross, and we can move on. Now this is sort of a weird one, and it's the most recent addition to my list of things that I cannot live without, but a data cloning software is going to be absolutely imperative for keeping your computer and your hard drives backed up safely. You never know what might happen, and hard drives have been known to just sort of randomly fail out of the blue, so having a software that backs up all of my hard drives and my computer onto a backup drive automatically has given me so much peace of mind. Additionally, I recommend editing off of external SDs like this, and instead of just getting one to edit off of because it'll make things faster and everything, get 2 of them and have one of them backed up of the other one. These are literally exactly the same. Their data is the same. But just in case this number 1 fails, the number 2 has everything that I'm gonna need to finish off my videos. I am currently on Mac, so I use a software called Carbon Copy Cloner. But if you're working on Windows, I hear that a service called Acronis True Image is a good equivalent to this software for Windows users. Now, if you wanna know what solid state hard drives I use and my favorite editing mouse, you should check out this video up over here where I talk about those things and my top 5 things that I wish that I had when I started YouTube.